Hey guys, I'm back. Please subscribe my father's channel. Thank you.
Hey guys, welcome to my legal classes. I'm your teacher Ganesh Pujari, and today I am going to teach you guys one of the interesting concept and the easiest concept from the Transfer of Property Act 1882, that is Doctrine of Election. The Doctrine of Election under the Transfer of Property Act is discussed under section number 35. Guys, when I say section number 35, please remember that section number 5 to section number 37 of Transfer of Property Act are applicable for both movable as well as immovable property. That's very important point. I'm repeating, section number 5 to section number 37 of the Transfer of Property Act are applicable for both movable as well as immovable property. So your Doctrine of Election is applicable for movable as well as immovable property also. Now, what is Doctrine of Election? Before even getting into Doctrine of Election, let's try understand the concept of election. Guys, we are living in democracy, so I am not getting into the topic now. I am getting into some politics. Let's try understand election first and then the Doctrine of Election. What is this politics now? Yeah, we have these two leaders who came in 2019 election with two different fundas. Rahul Gandhi says, I am giving nyay to the nation in his manifesto by saying I am going to give 72,000 rupees to all poor families in India up to 5 crores families. And then Modi ji said, I am going to come up with a Sankalp, that is my manifesto, and Vikas is my fundamental theory. Now, as an Indian citizen, you have two options, either to choose Nyay or to choose Sankalp. You cannot choose both because that is all about election. You can choose one. You cannot choose, okay, मुझे 72,000 दे दो but देश का विकास करो. No, you have to choose one between these two. That's what election means. Election means choosing of one right between two rights. One right between two rights when there is a clear intention that both the right can't be enjoyed but only one. Now you have two options but you can choose only one option to enjoy. That's called election. With that, let's try understand what is Doctrine of Election. The sounds are very big in law, but theories are easy. I'm going to help you guys to understand what is Doctrine of Election in such a simple way that you cannot even forget, even when you try to forget it. That's my confidence level. Now, I'm going to give two examples, one with immovable property, the other one with movable property. Now, the first one with immovable property. Imagine you have a home and one of your friend sells that home to the other guy and comes back and gives you 50 lakh rupees saying that I have sold your home. Now what can you do? You have two choices. One, either you can take that 50 lakh rupees and say thanks for selling my home, I needed this money, thank you so much. Or you can say, I want my home, I don't want to sell it to anyone. So these are the two options you have. Either you can say, I need my home, so I don't want money. Or you can say, I will take the money, thank you so much, you can sell my home. These are the two options you have when it comes to immovable property. Or imagine you have a crazy car. This is for a movable property. You have a crazy car. Your friend sells it to someone and comes back and says, see, I have sold your crazy car and take this 50 lakhs which you have got from that crazy car. Now you have two options. Either you can say your friend that, no, I need my crazy car. I don't want to sell it to anyone. I never had an intent of selling this to anyone. So I need my car. This is one option. Or you can say, okay, thank you so much for selling my car. So you can take the money. So there is two options in which you can choose only one, which is called Doctrine of Election. Now let's try understand the legal language in the next slide. I hope by now you are clear on the concept that what is Doctrine of Election. When it is a movable property or immovable property, somebody else does the transaction for you and gives you the option whether to take the property or to take the money coming from the property is your choice, which is called Doctrine of Election. The legal language, the same as I told, but some big words as always. Now, Doctrine of Election, the definition, where a person professes to transfer property, okay, somebody's have a property which he has no right to transfer, somebody else is selling that property who doesn't have any right, as part of the same transaction confers any benefit on the owner to the property, he sells and gives the option to the owner that you can take this money or whatsoever. Such owner must elect either what confirm such transfer or to dismiss from it. So somebody who doesn't have the right on the property sells the property and gives option to owner that you can take this money, and owner has the right to choose between the money or the property, is called Doctrine of Election. Is that clear, guys? Should I read it again? Where a person professes to transfer property which he has no right to transfer, and as part of the same transaction confirms any benefit on the owner of the property, such owner must elect either or confer such transfer to dissent from it. So he has two choice basically, and this guy, you have never requested him to sell your property. He does it by his own sense. Okay, now you can ask me, why is he doing that? I don't know. That guy is crazy. You never asked him to sell your home or your car whatsoever. He is doing it by himself and coming back with the benefit. Then you have a choice that, why did you do this? I don't want this transaction. I need my home or I need my car. That you can always say, or you can say, thank you so much for doing this. I'm taking this money, and you are happy, your friend is happy, and the person who is buying is happy. That can also be the other option. Hope that's very clear. With that, let's move on to the essentials of this transaction. There are four essentials I am discussing. The first one being transferor transferring a property in which he has no right. Now, the person who is transferring or selling has no right on this property. That's the first thing you need to remember. Second one, transferor must confer a benefit to the owner of the property. After doing that transaction, he is giving option to the owner to take the benefit. That's second. First one, he doesn't have the ownership. Second one, he is doing the transaction and gives option to the owner. Number three, the property and the benefit should belong to the same transaction. Now, if he is coming with 50 lakhs for selling a car, both 50 lakhs and car should be of the same transaction. Now he is selling something else and giving option to you, either you take this 50 lakh rupees or you take some XYZ, the plot that you have. No, both the assets and the cash coming from should be the same property. That's the number three. Number four, owner has two options. I said either to choose one among the two or reject both. That is the option owner has. He can say that I can take the money, or he can say I need my property, or he can say no, I don't want your transaction at all. I need my property as is, and I am continuing with that. I'm happy. You can say that also. That's the essentials. Four essentials you need to remember. Now this is a quick slide. Mode of election. There are two types of election you can do as a owner. One, direct election, where he is coming and selling, okay, I have sold your immovable property, that is house, for 50 lakh rupees. You can directly say, okay, I am very happy, thank you so much for this transaction, give my 50 lakh rupees and sell it to someone, whomever you are selling it to. That's the direct election. Second one, indirect election. There is no direct saying that, okay, I am okay with this transaction, but you are accepting in an indirect way, implied way. Then it is called indirect election. There are three types here. One, acceptance without the knowledge to elect. Now, you are not even aware that what kind of transaction happened, but you are electing. But here there is a condition. Only when owner willfully abstains from enquiry. Now, somebody is giving 2 lakh rupees to you. You simply enjoy it. No, you'll ask, right? If you are not asking and still continue to enjoy, that means you have never tried to understand where is this money coming from. So you are in risk. If you are doing that, then that is indirect election. If you are asking and inquiring, and then if you are going for a choice, then it becomes a direct election. Now, number two, enjoyment for 2 years. This is as per the Indian Succession Act section 188(1), where if you are enjoying something for 2 years, then it is considered as consent. Now, the last one, status quo cannot be restored. Your property is used, you have taken the benefit, and now it is in such a status that is been perishable property, or the depreciation has already come. You cannot bring the status quo. In that case, it is considered as indirect election. Hope that's very clear. Now, the last term which I am going to explain you guys is disappointed donee. This is just a 1 mark question if somebody asks in some exam. Disappointed donee. Who is a disappointed donee? I am giving an example. The same example of home, where A is the owner of the home, B sells the home to C, B offers A rupees 50 lakhs. Now, A has to choose between home and money. B has sold the home to C and B is giving option to A. What? You can take 50 lakh rupees. Now A has two options. One, either to take money or to take the property, keep the property. Now if A says, I don't want the money, then A is considered as disappointed donee or disappointed owner. Hope that's very clear. With that, I am concluding this lecture. Before concluding, if you want to refer some important case laws, I'm not going to explain them because students want classes so quickly. I cannot explain each cases and spend a lot of time and then you stop watching my videos. So I am not risking. I'm just giving the names of the case. You can refer. Cooper versus Cooper, Mangal Das versus Ranchor Das, Vilamai versus Nagappa, Ramaya versus Mahalakshmi, Venkata Rayudu versus Narayana, and Muhammad Afzal versus Gulam. These are the cases you can refer for the Doctrine of Election topic. Thank you so much for watching me, guys, and all the very best for your exams. Read well, do good, keep good health, and all the very best. Thank you so much. Please subscribe my channel, share my videos, like and comment, and press the bell icon. Thank you and all the very best.